What's going on, my friends? Paul Gardner here, co-founder of Team Blade, with some amazing leaders here, and they are going to start popping up here in a moment. But the intention of this hangout is just to kind of revamp our leadership. We definitely been slowed down with our hangouts and calls, and just staying engaged in the community, just to see kind of what would happen, just to see, who would step up and start making things happen. And definitely things started to change. People started becoming more leaders, and I'm definitely comfortable tonight sharing that we're going to be, again, revamping our leadership council and getting everybody on a schedule. That way they have the opportunity to be promoted, to exercise their leadership, to exercise their stories, their ability to communicate on calls and hangouts. Through that process, it's going to prepare you emotionally, and spiritually, and mentally to get on stage, which I'm sure is a part of what everybody here wants to do. And if that's not what you want to do, then this business is probably not for you, because you're not going to succeed anyway, right? You definitely have to have an intention to do bigger things than what you're doing right now, because we're here to build leaders and develop entrepreneurs. So I'm going to pause this for about 60 seconds. I'm going to get a drink. But this will be recorded, and it is not to be shared outside of our team group. Okay? We do share our videos and our hangouts, but not this one. Okay? And you'll know by where it says private access only for team members. Obviously, don't share out of the group, because we're going to just be discussing a lot of secret strategies and a lot of things that is just for our group only. Next week, however, we will start promoting Hangouts. In fact, tomorrow we're going to start promoting calls again. So we're going to get a line of speakers over the course of the next 90 days. We're going to go back to the Outwitting the Devil calls, just to get value back to the community on Sundays. And then we're going to go back to our Hangouts every week, which will be ran by our Leadership Council. And I'll be personally running the All-In Hangouts once a week with our All-In members and our leaders here. So I'll be back in about 60 seconds, and I'm going to actually go and post this exact video in the Facebook group for everybody to watch. So if you have a team, or you know people that need to be on this, feel free to tag them. Feel free to share with people that are in Team Blade only.
Fari,
Bro,
missed you, man.
come on, I can't see anything. Come
Missed you.
on. Rocky.
Missed you down in Charlotte, man.
Bro, I missed myself down in Charlotte. I got our car impounded. Get out until Friday. So I figured 21 hour drive. I would get there to like Saturday evening. So I opted to stay home, but luckily they had Friday and Saturday streaming.
By the way, this is recorded, so you know. But hey, it's private, so it's all good.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So you don't want to. If anything bad happened, we'll keep it private, right? Good to see you, man. How are you?
Yeah, bro, I'm good. I feel revitalized, and bro, I'm ready to go.
Ready to go. That's all that matters, man. Fantastic. Good to see you again, bro.
Hell
And
yeah.
what's up, Katie?
What's up?
Good to see you. How'd you like the event on the live webinar?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I got that email, and I was like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I was
Nice.
at work, and I like got up because we had a training. I got up and went back to my desk and bought my ticket and started watching.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. So since you watched it on video, I never got to see anything on video. How do you think me and Kim did? Did we did okay, right? We did all
Yeah,
right.
y'all did alright.
Nice. Definitely try to be like Paul Hutchings, excited as hell, you know.
Live as hell.
All right, so what's up, E?
What's up?
Always, every time I see your name, I always think of like back in the day when my gas tank was always on E. But that was last year's problems. This year, it's not a problem anymore. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're good. My only question is this. Number one, well, two things. Are you trying to look like Einstein behind you? Because your hair is kind of crazy like it is right now.
Are you talking about my hair?
I mean, I just see Einstein's hair in the back, and I don't know if you're trying to model him, or I didn't know if the circus was in
I'm
town and you were
good.
auditioning.
You trying to? Are you making people hair?
I mean, you just kind of went in Sub-Zero and froze, so whatever you're saying, yes.
I think I'm doing that.
What's up, Justin Manley?
What up? What up? What up?
Hey, y'all want to hear Justin Manley's theme song when he gets on stage? Have y'all heard it yet?
No.
Oh, y'all haven't heard it? All right, hold on just a second. I got you.
Man, you better not play nothing whack, Bob.
Huh? No. I play a lot, but I don't play that much. Hold on. I got you though. How are you though?
I'm good, man. Just finished up the my sales funnel for that new sales video.
Yeah, that was solid, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
I'm gonna make like three more. I'm gonna make like three more and put like put my cash in a
hell yeah. This is Justin's song. Justin Manley, Man of the Year. All right, sorry. I just had to do that. That song is called Man of the Year, and obviously your last name is Manley. So anyway, I know that didn't make any sense. Anyway, so guys, listen. This is what's going on. We're definitely going to make a lot of new changes over the next 90 days. I want you guys to be a part of it because for me personally, my vision has just grown. I'm just going to share with you my personal experience at the event, and then we're going to pass it down. And for the people that saw the event, whether it was online or for the people that were there, share your breakthrough, share your personal experience. But again, the intention of this hangout is to share our vision, tell you where we're going, tell you some of the ideas that we've been getting to implement over the next 90 days, and then also to just say what's up and say hello and just let you know that we're going to revamp the leadership and start again promoting calls and hangouts and having leaders line up for the next 90 days to exercise their leadership skills, communication skills, and their ability to influence other people. I'll tell you this, I don't know a lot. In fact, I know little to nothing when it comes to like this internet game, but there's a couple of things that I do know, and one of the reasons why, I feel like as far as a skill, and I'll tell you, I'll go back to what I was going to talk about earlier, but one of the reasons why I believe that, man, hold on just a second, man. Yeah, Erica, if you don't mind muting yourself, it's like it keeps on doing the, hold on. The echo, you know what I mean? It was extremely distracting. And I already have ADD as it is, so as you can tell. But yeah, if you don't mind muting yourself out, that's awesome. So, well, what we're going to do is just revamp the leadership and give everybody an opportunity to be leaders, okay? This is very important because for the year and a half that I've been in business, the one thing that I always was really consistent with is hangouts and calls, hangouts and calls, hangouts and calls, hangouts and calls. And because I did that, it allowed me to influence, allowed me to become a better communicator, and it allowed me to do a lot bigger things. And obviously, get the results that I want in my business, because sharing your vision with others and telling people where you're going is far more important than just sitting behind a computer screen typing away all day. Getting people live on Hangouts and calls is powerful. Okay, it's how you build a tribe, a culture, and a team connection. That damn, there's two of Erica's now, and you can trip me out over
I'm
here.
going through a thunderstorm right now. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta put it on my phone.
Okay, yeah, it's all good. So you guys, and I'm going to share with you my experience at this Impact event in Charlotte. Definitely feel sorry for the people that didn't go. Maybe some of you guys had some issues, but for the people that like lived right there, like I know some people that lived like an hour and a half, right, Tino? An hour and a half away, and they made the excuse not to go because money was the issue, right? Kind of sad, but it's what happened. I know, right? Shaking your head. Hold on, let me turn on the light over here. Hold on, it's getting darker and darker now. Okay, so now we're back. So this weekend was just like, for me, I've been to a lot of events. I'm kind of like a seminar junkie. Some of you guys have been with me at other events outside of Empower Network, like Bob Proctor, T. Harv Eker, right? Tony Robbins, things like that. And also you've been to a lot of Empower Network events. But for me, this event was really intimate because I got the opportunity to be in the back, right? To actually spend some time with the people that are making it happen behind the scenes. And there's one thing that I can promise you that is one of the most common denominators between all the successful people that are in this business and in the industry, is that they all have a heart for people. I didn't really obviously I didn't really know a lot of people besides like Dave Wood and a couple other people, but I got to meet all of the top leaders and actually hang out with them. And I'll say this, right, Vari, I was talking about like keep things private. So I'll just say this because it's definitely a private hangout. But I went through what you can say is a peace pipe smoking ritual with Justin Varengia on like Sunday for like 3 hours, okay? And I'm just gonna throw this out there. I don't know if you guys have maybe like have done psychedelics in the past, or like maybe you've had like hallucinations, or maybe you've come in and you've had some trippy moments, right, in life where you just couldn't explain things. But no lie, I felt like I entered a wormhole and through space and time. Like I knocked on his door. He opened because he invited me and Kim to come hang out with him. Opened the door and we just went to the bathroom and we just started our peace smoking ritual. I'm not gonna tell you what we smoked, but we'll say that. And we were just kind of in rotation. And I don't know if you guys you ever saw Cat Williams, where he was like, I was so high in the stars, and I didn't realize that there was 2 blunts in rotation, and I was just like, and I was just like, damn, and I was like, an hour and a half into it, right? An hour and a half into it. Not only was I high in the stars, but like I had the most memorable, intimate, and it's starting to sound a little gay, but I literally had a very intimate moment with Justin where we were just going back and forth about like the secrets of the universe. And for me, you guys already know, like I'm all like 99.9% mentality and 1% strategy, right? And we just started going back and forth about the things that we know, and just one thing that I saw in him, which was really powerful, was that he is really here to serve. Like this actually occurred at 3:30 in the morning. Okay, and from 3:30 in the morning, let's just take note that he has a baby next door, and Dee Varengia was over there too. It took place from 3:30 all the way to like 7 o'clock. We were just hanging out and just talking about life, about the universe, about the stars, about energy, about frequencies, and we were just going off, right? And we were just so engaged, and like for me, it was like I personally didn't even feel worthy of being in the room, because it's like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, who am I to go and spend time with this $1 million earner? Kind of like how Tino felt, right? He didn't feel deserving of sleeping in the same hotel room as us, right, Tino? It's the same way I felt, man, and
Yep.
yeah, so it's the same way that I felt, and one of the things that I realize is that he's always injecting truth into his marketing. And what I mean by truth is that he's injecting things that actually will make a difference in the world. Telling the truth about how the society and how the economy is being controlled by 95% of, or excuse me, by 5% of the population, and you know how there's just basically forces of evil in the world, and it's his job to share light, truth, and wisdom with others to help enlighten other people to empower themselves into their lives, to take massive action in their lives and change their situations. I felt his heart, and I just realized, and it hit me, why he makes so much money. Would you guys like to know why he makes so much money? I'll tell you exactly why he makes so much money. Because he is a giver. He just gives. Like, he didn't have to spend time with me, but every time that he was just hanging out with me, he was just like, his whole intention to spend time with me was, how can I give as much wisdom and value as possible to this guy so I can help him break through, right? I know Vari spent time with us in the Seattle mansion, and you know, there was a guy that we're very familiar with, personal friend of ours, who's made 127 grand. Okay, Cameron George, and he was the same exact way, where every time he opened his mouth, he just gave value, no matter what. They didn't talk about anything else other than bettering you. Correct? Yeah, and you know what's crazy is that he was already doing that. He does that everywhere he goes. He doesn't just have a front. That's just who he is. And that was, to me, really resonated with me, and it was powerful because I find myself that even in my life when I'm not in Empower or like behind closed computer screens, like I'll be pulling up to an Arby's and like, you know, I'll say, hey, how you doing? And she's like, I'm doing all right. She's like, how are you? I'm like, I'm incredible. And I'm like, you know, you could be doing a lot better than just all right. And then I'll just start dropping some wisdom over here. And I just realized something, that's who I am. And hanging out with Justin Varengia confirmed that you have to be that kind of person. What's up, Kevin? What's up, bruh? What up, bruh?
Backing.
So it just confirmed to me that you have to be that person that wants to give so much value and give so much wisdom to empower other people. And just the connection that I built with Justin was just on such spiritual level that, you know, I can consider him a friend now. You know, he's invited me over to his house in Florida. He's just like really vibing off of me, and I'm just like so thankful and grateful that it's because I made a decision to step up and be a leader. Now I have friends that are so influential that no matter what happens, that I'll hit my goals no matter what. So my breakthrough also too, guys, really quick before we pass it over. You know, speaking on stage was powerful. I definitely did not have it planned. I had a couple of things I wanted to talk about, but I didn't have it planned at all. In fact, I didn't have any slides. I just looked at Kim and I said, let's just fucking do this. And we just got up there and just made it happen, right? And that's kind of how it works when you get on Hangouts, when you get on calls, when you decide to be a leader. You're going to be able to come up and get on stage and in a moment snap your fingers, stomp your feet on the ground and say, it's my time. And you're going to get up there and crush the crowd, and they're going to be inspired, and they're going to cry, and they're going to do whatever it takes as a result of you making a decision to be a leader. Because when you get on stage, you're going to impact people's lives, and people will, I'll tell you this, and Sam knows, what's up, Sam? And Sam knows when I got there, and this is definitely not to boast and brag, but when I got there, there was like every like minute there was people trying to come up and take pictures with me and like nonstop. Right? So what's the benefit? You know, we got kind of internet famous, and it's kind of cool, the internet fame, because outside of the events, you're not really famous. Nobody knows you. So it's like way better than being a rock star. You know what I mean? You get to be a rock star with a group of people that genuinely like you and don't just like you for what you do. So there's a lot of benefits to becoming a leader. So when you become a leader, you get to do a couple of things, okay? And I'm going to pass it on here in a moment. When you become a leader and you decide to be a leader, and we're going to appoint some people in the Leadership Council tonight. So be prepared if you're ready to make a decision and take your business seriously. Be prepared to make a decision. But there's a lot of benefits. And Erica actually gave me a call, and we were talking about a little game plan that we're going to implement. She's probably going to share with you a little bit of her strategy coming up soon. But you get to do really cool stuff because you get to leverage the community, the authority, and the trust that you've built in the network to do a lot bigger things that you couldn't do before, right? So all you need to do, decide to become a leader, you'll get the credibility that you need, and you're going to go out there and start crushing it. I'm going to share with you my 100K formula that Kim and I personally are going to earn this month. Okay? And we're not going to be able to earn that unless people that decide to be leaders hit their personal outcomes, and we're going to help them do it, because the truth is that we have a strategy that no matter what happens, the only way that we're going to be able to produce six-figure earners on this team, the only way is if we step up our game and make six figures in a month. Us making six figures in a month is going to cause at least 5 or 10 people instantly to hit $10,000 that same month, period. And I'm going to share with you exactly how we're going to do that. So, and again, this is private. Don't share it. Don't talk about it to anyone. This is just Team Blade leaders only. But what we're going to do is that we're going to leverage the Empower Network to sell, right, to sell a coaching service, right, for people that are needing mentoring and coaching inside of the network and outside of the network, right? We did a little case study about a month and a half ago where we did a 3-day promotional window for a coaching just to kind of test it out and see what would happen. And Kim and I generated shy of $6,000 in 3 days. This was just a month and a half ago, okay? And we're like, damn, like this was with very little promotion. This was just like a 3-day thing, and we didn't really put that much energy and effort into it. So we had a game plan, right? That we had an intention that no matter what, that we were going to have an intention to make $100,000 by August 1st. That's it, period. Because our ultimate goal is 1.2 million by January 24, 2015. We can't do that unless we have at least 10 people hitting six figures. Okay, we can't do it. But the only way that you guys are going to hit your goals is if we have to continue to step up. If you want your team to succeed, right? Your team may be struggling right now because they're not doing anything, because they're not inspired. If you want to inspire your team into action, you got to make more money, right? You got to go out there and crush your goals, so then you'll get more followers, you'll get more signups, people will sign up with you, and people will do whatever it takes to succeed because you inspired the hell out of them, because they saw you go from zero to where you want to go. So our formulaic game plan is to sell at least $50,000 in coaching, and then obviously from the event, with the amount of people that we brought, we're going to make at least an extra $20,000, $25,000 in Empower, and then we're just going to make it with our own production. So 100K is the predicted outcome by the end of this month in total commissions in a month. Okay, the benefits of that, because we're definitely intelligent, is that we're going to put 20 grand into this marketing system, and into some of you guys know I've been working on a marketing system for a while. But I don't want to give you guys something that is not duplicatable and something that just doesn't work and just to say I gave it to you. I want to put my heart and soul in it, because I do have a vision, and I know where I'm going. And the truth is, I know if I put 20 grand into the system and do whatever it takes to become a better leader for you guys and step it up, that all of a sudden the team is just going to start duplicating like crazy. And for the people that decide to be leaders, right, and I'm going to pass it on right now, the people that decide to be leaders today, okay, they're going to get the opportunity to be involved not only in the system, but to be promoted within the system with their own personal capture pages, with their own personal videos. Your teams, right, your teams are going to be promoting you, right? So let's just say you have a team of 20, 25, 30, 50, or even 100, okay? You are in the system, right? And we'll talk about what you need to do to qualify to get into our system, into our marketing funnel and in our systems. But when you decide to become a leader, you'll get the ability to be promoted as a leader by your whole entire organization. And what is that going to do? The Costa Rica module shares it all. I think it's like module 2, viral sustainability. Your credibility is just going to shoot through the roof. Imagine you have 25 people, 50 people, 100 people sharing a story or sharing links about Justin Manley, right? Sharing links about Vari Hoosman, sharing links about Samantha Luna, sharing links about Rocky Vega, sharing who Christine Moore is. And you have a whole organization. Why do you think Dave Wood is so damn rich and credible? Because everybody promotes him. Think about it. Yeah. So in order for you to do that, there's going to be some qualifications. We're going to talk about that towards the end, so that way you guys stay on the hangout and you focus. I could say it now, but I wouldn't be a good marketer if I said I'll just reveal the secrets now, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to pass it over to Mr. Anderson, my boy. By the way, it was fucking awesome hanging out with you, bro. Seriously. Really good to connect with you, man. And, bro, just really quick, before we start, appointing leadership spots, because we're going to start going ham, and we're just going to get organized later on. But really quick, just share your experience at the Charlotte event. What was your biggest takeaway from the event, and what are you going to personally do within the next 90 days?
Man, what I got from the event, it was just so cool to mastermind and to actually network and meet with different people, man. I really had a breakthrough, especially that day we did the mirror, I can't think of it, the mirror thing, yo. We look in the mirror, you gotta ask yourself like what is it that you want, and your subconscious mind will answer. Man, that was so much for me. In the next 90 days, my plan is to make 10,000. Is to create $10,000 a month. 30,000 in 90 days. So, hey, that's the game plan, man. For real, I'm gonna make that happen too.
Absolutely. And what's really interesting about AJ, AJ has never really networked before. He was in another company. Everybody has personal problems. Everybody has struggles. But you've been on the grind for a little bit, right, AJ?
Yeah, man.
But you're also very spiritual, and you study and read a lot of books, and you were already into personal growth, right?
True that.
Studies the law of attraction, and you listen to audio and read every day, right?
Yeah.
So, this weekend was somewhat magical because you started attracting a lot of different situations that are molding to your dreams now, and now you're on track because you have opportunities now to do some coaching, to do some fitness coaching and get paid for it, and use the money to get from that to fund your Empower business, to go all in, to visit another state, and to actually live the way you want to live. Isn't that badass, man?
What? Come on, man. What's better than that, dog? You feel me?
Right. So that's cool, and you attracted that, and it's hilarious. And I can tell you this because, this guy right here, he's got a family that doesn't really believe, and some of you guys may not have a family that believes in you either. I know my family thought I was crazy and threw me in a mental institution for believing, right? Believing that I'd be a millionaire, right? And we got Kevin over here, who's also had an intention. He's already a 7-figure net worth guy. I think like 4.1 million net worth or something, and makes 6-figure passive income in his other realting businesses and his business properties or whatever. And he's had an intention for a long time to get his health back. Right? This guy has like 12 years of knowledge and experience, and he's like a guru in my eyes. And I look up to him, and hopefully I get to moniker his wisdom and knowledge one day. But this guy, his whole intention was, just to get his health back, to be able to attract a woman into his life and actually have kids. And he's had that in his back of his mind, which is why he hasn't really done too much in his Empower business, because his priority is his health, his mind, and then his business. And because he's been thinking that, he was able to attract Mr. Anderson to go out there and do fitness coaching with Kevin for the next 90 days. So the next time you see Kevin, he's going to be a ripped, lean, mean ab machine, right? And let's give him a round of applause for doing that. Right? That's huge. I'm inspired by that, and that's why I do it, because people make decisions that are so powerful, and that lets me continue going. So enough about that, though. Christine Moore, good to see you. Good to finally meet you at an event. No, we didn't get to spend too much time together, though.
Yeah.
But it was good to at least hug you and see that you were enjoying yourself. Just do this, Christine. Share with everybody your breakthrough. What your biggest takeaway was, and what you're going to do in the next.
All right. So my biggest takeaway was probably just that now I believe in myself that I can do this, because I was looking at people on the stage and I was like, well, they're not any better than I am, or worse. And so my biggest breakthrough was just believing in myself again. And then for the next 90 days, I definitely want to bring 10 people in and help them achieve $10,000 in the next 90 days.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. So, let's see. Hold on. Let me actually log off Facebook. So yeah, so it's funny that you say, the interesting thing about Christine. Some of you guys don't know, and I'm sure you don't mind that I share your story because we're authentic. But she used to be addicted to drugs. She's gone through a long, hard run. Not as hard as like Dave Sharp, or maybe not like people like Kevin. But she's totally clean. She's back with her husband. She's been having a lot of issues, and through her personal development and just plugged in. I mean, to me, that's success, right? Because if you guys know, money is not a big indicator of success. Success is in the spiritual, emotional, and mental realm, and the fact that you got your life back together, that automatically will set up the finances. The money, it will follow. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I'm proud of you for everything that you've been accomplishing and just your focus. And it's so hilarious how like you think that you're missing the secrets when you don't go at an event. Like, damn, I'm missing the strategy, but only to realize that you were only missing belief. And you have to come to an event in order to see it, because if you don't see the proof, you don't see other people that are black, white, Chinese, Indian, fat, ugly, old, young. And unless you see that, unless you experience that, you do not have the cells of recognition to hold on just a second. This girl, Erica's always tripping over here with that double echo. Let me hear you echo, echo. Oh, sorry. But yeah, no, you have to experience that. And you can't get that from a computer. You just cannot get that, which is why we stress so much to get your asses to the events and bring your team, right? Because I'll tell you this, and I'm just going to be honest. Can I be honest? I'll just be honest. The people that don't go to events, they're not going to have any success. All right, for example, if your teams, right, because I know all of you guys are committed. You guys wouldn't be on this hangout if you weren't. But if your teams, the people that come into your organization, and they don't go to the October event, they're not going to have any success at all, probably for a good solid 2 years. I'm just saying. They're going to say, oh, no, you're not God. You can't predict the future. I'm like, no, I'm not God, and I cannot predict the future. But I read books like T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Unlike You, and in there you can actually predict a person's financial blueprint for the rest of their lives within 5 minutes. Right? If you guys don't have that book, pick up that book. But thanks for sharing, Christine, and awesome to see you. Erica, are you there? Yes, no? Erica will come back like she always does. Oh, there she is. There she is. Cool.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
So
here.
Erica,
I'm back.
Erica, really quick, by the way, good to see you again, but really quick, just share your breakthrough, what you took away from the event, what your intention is in the next 90 days, and then when we start talking about leadership council and stuff like that, we'll reveal the game plan. But for now, just share your experience over the weekend.
Okay, well, I flew out, to Charlotte on Friday. I took 2 planes to get there. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it out there, but I booked a last-minute flight. I booked a condo that was supposed to be split, but I still took care of that and did what I needed to do because, it is what it is. But, the event was really good. I got to, be around the people that I wanted to, generate success like. And there, when it comes to building this business, there really are no secrets. There really are no secrets. It's just a matter of, how much time you're investing in your education for one, and for two, if you're implementing it into your business, if you're implementing what you're learning, because I know that, when you first get started, you learn so much and it can become overwhelming. And so if you don't take what you learn and implement it right away, then, you forget about it, right? And so basically, like, my biggest takeaway from the event was, a little bit of what Tracy Walker talked about when she talked about different personality types, right? And just identifying with people and being able to address people the right way, according to their personality type. And I also really liked what AK Jr. is doing as far as his 72-hour deadline, which is creating that scarcity, right? And I wanted to build. I'm actually in the process of building an inner circle right now. So I'm just taking those little things and implementing it into my business because they teach a lot there, but a lot of stuff I already knew too. So But the event was really good. I wish that I could have made the VIP. I didn't get to make the VIP, but I heard that that was like insane. So whoever was there for that, I wish you guys can talk a little more about that. I want to know a little bit more about that.
Awesome, awesome. Let's make this a little quicker because it's almost 9. Fortino, man, what's up, brother? Share your experience, my friend.
Alright, what up? Like Paul said, I live 3.5 hours away, and you know, I'm in the process of selling my personal car to go all in, so I couldn't really drive that one because I took the license plates, insurance off. So my brother was nice enough to lend me his car, and I got there Thursday afternoon. Missed the first half, but I found out it's just like greetings and shit. Friday, I learned a lot. I ended up getting my own like little hotel Thursday night. So it was pretty cool because going into this event, I knew like this is my last chance. Literally, like I had a team. They kind of they didn't see the same vision, and so a lot of them fell out. So like going into this event, I felt like this is my last chance to really make something of myself. So I came in with the mindset of pick up as much knowledge, and if Paul and Kim, if they could share any knowledge, I'll be willing to take it. But to be honest, I didn't even expect you guys to give me, value. Like I didn't know you guys were gonna spend time with me. Basically, it's like I didn't think I was worthy enough. Because it almost looked like I fell off the team, and I kind of thought you guys would be mad at me, and didn't want to spend time with me. So I came into this event saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do this all on my own. I don't care what it takes. I don't care like what the." I'm gonna tell you the truth. One of those nights, I was so low on cash, I could have gone home and said, "Fuck it, I'm low on cash," but I didn't let cash be an excuse. Instead of getting a hotel the day after Samantha left, I fucking decided to sleep in my damn car. I'm not even ashamed to admit that because I was like, you know what, these people are giving me value. I refuse to go home right now. Like I'm looking at my notes right now. This is literally like uncashed checks. So I came into this event saying I'm gonna do whatever it fucking takes to get this information. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get my belief back, and that's exactly what happened. My belief is like way higher than I actually expected it to be. And I'm getting emotional right now just saying this because this shit changed my life again. Miami changed my life, but this one just blew it up apart. It was just incredible. And just for you to even give me value, that was just spend so much time with me. You literally were like, Tino, walk with me real quick. I want to talk to you. And you would give me like little golden nuggets. Like that shit just meant the world to me. And that's about it. That's all I can say about the event.
That's what's up, man. And I didn't know you slept in the car, bro. I commend you for that. That's badass. Let's give him a round of applause for that. For not making any excuses, right? That's badass, man. Hey, if you're willing to do that, you got what it takes to succeed, bro. No worries at all, man. As long as you come back, hey, the best thing I could tell you, man, is to have a see, I was going to say a short-term memory, but I already forgot what obviously I'm taking my own advice by forgetting what I was going to say. Anyway, Mr. Justin the Dream Manley. So let me tell you a story about Justin, because I got to give him props. He brought an organization with him. Let's give him a round of applause for being a leader and doing whatever it takes, right? And Justin, man, really quick, bro. I know we didn't get to spend too much time together because you had your people. I'm sure they wanted to rob you of your time, and obviously, I was with the other people too. But just share your breakthrough, man. Share the biggest takeaway that you got. Share how your team felt. I'd also like to know too, and then what you're going to personally do over the next 90 days.
Can y'all hear me good? Yeah, I'm good. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, man, I had like a million breakthroughs, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. One of the biggest breakthroughs was just even before I even got to the event, I had a breakthrough just by knowing that I had an actual team showing up to my first event. And then when I got there and everybody got together, when I seen the culture and the chemistry, the bond that we had built as a team, the event really just helped inspire them. Like I already got like, you know, 2 or 3 all in committed people who going all in. So I'll be going all in next week, and they'll be following, you know, following my lead. So that was something, you know, huge. You said, you know, get people to the event, you know, and they'll actually, you know, they'll follow, you know. So, you know, that was definitely huge. Another takeaway I got was I actually noticed that people are actually watching, like, and it's crazy because, you know, like I had somebody who spoke on stage. What's his name? Kanal, whatever his name, Keelan. Whatever, I can't. Yeah,
Kayala.
Khaled Kanai. He actually like I walked up to him and I had words with him or whatever, and he was like he asked me what my name was, and I told him who I was, and he was like, wait, he was like, is there something like in between your name on Facebook? And I was like, yeah, create the dream. And I was like, yeah, we had spoke on Facebook a while back or whatever. And he was like, and he actually remembered the conversation because he was actually sharing some third party tools with me with Google Plus or whatever he's gonna be sending over to me. But basically, you know, just knowing that, because what he said to me was like, wow, it's like, yeah, you're actually doing things right. Like you got an actual team here with you. And I was like, yeah, I brought like 5 or 6 people here or whatever. And he's like, yeah, he was like, just keep it up. So that was a lot. That was a lot of motivation for me. Um, and you know, just being around like-minded individuals, man. I mean, like I said, I had a lot of breakthroughs, man. Not just me receiving, but me actually giving people value too. Like I had the guy who drew Dave Wood's portrait. He you know, I just met him like a night we was coming back in from the city, and like he was kind of drunk and I definitely was drunk. But I was just pouring out value to this guy. Like I was just pouring out so much value to him, and like it was crazy because the video that you had showed earlier, couple days before, well, the first day I actually got there with Tony Robbins, I was just sharing that freaking experience of how we have the unconscious potential to do things that we don't even know. And I was just sharing that exercise with like everybody, and I shared it with him. And I was, before I even shared that exercise with him, I had showed him so much value, like you know, exactly what it, like basically what you need to do, like what you're doing wrong, man. And I actually did the exercise with him, and what the fuck did you just do? Like what the fuck? Like he was completely mind blown, bro. Like so now, like, you know, he's gonna actually do an actual portrait of me, like just like Dave Wood shit. You know what I'm saying? And put it on YouTube and actually send me an actual portrait of it. So that was definitely a breakthrough for me. So yeah, man, I had a lot of exciting moments. My team is like they're on track. They're inspired. They feel like they have purpose, and I feel like that's what's important right now. So yeah, man, I ain't gonna take up too much time because, you know, I can go on and on about all the breakthroughs I had. But
Nice. Hey,
yeah,
man, that's awesome, bro. And what are you going to do in the next 90 days?
man, next 90 days, 50K, bro. It's done. 50K next 90 days.
All right, man. Let's make it happen, Captain.
You know what?
Mr. Kevin Tenorelli. What's up, Boom? Good to see you. Hey, unmute yourself, bro. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Okay, very good. What's going on, guys?
Hey, man. So tell everybody what's up, man. Tell everybody some of the experiences you had and some of the more importantly, though, the decisions that you made for your health and mindset and all that stuff, and just your overall takeaway from this experience.
The events. This last event, I mean, it was my 3rd event now.
Right.
I mean, every time you go to a new event, you get a breakthrough. You get to know a lot of good people. As you see them more and more, you become, you know, friends, obviously. But as far as events so far, personal development, obviously. Joined a team. I'm sober now for the most part. I mean, I drink socially, but I'm not a full-blown alcoholic anymore.
Right, because in Miami you weren't all there, right?
In Miami, my bar tab was about $3,500. So I can see that much.
That could have been marketing budget right there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I feel you. So events are powerful. I mean, every time you go to an event, you obviously make more breakthroughs. You get a lot more mental reinforcement of belief in what's capable in this industry. I got to feed.
Hey, bro, share with them the. You remember the secret mirror technique we did?
Yeah, we did the
wanna
secret
talk
mirror
about
technique, which is actually really trippy yet powerful. I mean, when you're staring yourself dead in the eyes in the mirror, talking to your higher self, it's quite powerful.
Yeah,
So
you couldn't really look at yourself in the mirror.
not
That
really.
But then you summoned up the courage to do that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's repetition. I mean, because consciously you're there, but subconsciously the truth comes out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much it. Go ahead.
No, you're just cracking me up because. Anyway.
What else is?
No, I'll have to share that later. Anderson knows what we were talking about summoning up the courage.
Yeah, I feel it.
We're not gonna say that on the hangout.
Yeah, we'll leave that up there.
But what are some of the decisions that you made?
Decisions I made. Well, we got to do a 90-day breakthrough. It's gonna happen in the next 90 days this time. Because I'm actually focusing caught up in my personal life and other business endeavors I'm a part of. And the biggest takeaway was, I'd say, excuse me? Day four of the VIP session was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought my mic was muted.
But you feel me?
Say that again.
Yeah, my biggest takeaway at this event was Sunday VIP session. We actually learned something new and powerful.
Yeah, well, how powerful was that? It was
influence the psychology. I mean, he actually broke it down at a higher level. And you can pretty much use that to communicate to get pretty much anything you want, lead everyone to a yes, without them even knowing it. So that was my biggest breakthrough right there.
You remember how Dave Woods? By the way, Erica, just because I'm just gonna rub it in your face I'm gonna rub the event in your face because you missed it. But Dave Woods sold a little dollar pen for $1,000.
$1,000.
What are you gonna say?
I don't know if you remember the Wolf of Wall Street where they were sell me this pen. Yeah, he outdid Jordan Belfort by 1,000-fold. Right, Kevin?
Yep. That was crazy. But I mean, if you've ever done a sales interview, they ask that sell me a pen a lot, and he actually sold a pen and gave it quite a bit of value, $1,000 value. He gave it more like $10,000, $1 million of the value, which was pretty intense. So at least we all know how to sell pens.
Christine was there, and she saw that, right?
Oh yeah,
that was wild as heck. Well, what was your quick, Christine? What did you think about that? The power of that. As you now unmute yourself.
All right. That whole day was just amazing. Some of it went over my head, but yeah, I mean, I would have run up there and paid the same amount. I mean, it was just crazy good.
Yeah. Sure. I call the fourth, basically, Erica, if you really want to know the truth, the fourth day, it was definitely the brainwashing day.
Mm-hmm.
You believe that, Christine?
Oh, yeah.
Did you mind getting your brainwashed at all, or did you know you needed it?
Oh, I needed it. There's no doubt about it. The first session I got, but the second and the third one was like, okay, hopefully it'll soak in.
Yeah, literally soak in, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Kevin, what are you going to do in the next 90 days as far as your health and your wealth and this business? What are you going to do?
Pretty much 90-day life transformation, ranging from health, personal development, marketing. Pretty much unleashing all the value I do have locked down in my subconscious mind over the last pretty much 10 years, studying personal development.
Yeah.
Stop being so humble and share with the world and capitalize on it as well.
Not humble, selfish.
So there we go, selfish. There we go. That's the word, selfish. Well, yeah, I guess in a way it is because most of the world needs to learn this information and stop being jobbies and wussies too.
Hey, but you have a game plan now, and
yeah, I do have a game plan.
You have a method of operation. Now it's only a matter of getting the campaigns done.
Exactly. It's called follow through. I mean, this business is rather simple actually, but it's follow 8 core commitments and just do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Operation Lose My Beard Gut, unfluff. Get back in shape. It's been about 5 years now.
Hell yeah. I think Boyd Anderson's going to take care of you, though. He's over here telling me he's going to whoop you into shape, and you are not going to like him.
Hey, Kevin, I'm going to kill you, man.
Yeah, just get it. I turn 33 in October, so we can actually hit a breakthrough by then too.
Hell yeah. Let's pass it off to Rocky, the Vegeta Super Saiyan Vega. By the way, I already don't even know Rocky's real name, so I'm just going to call him Rocky. I know he has another name, but I already totally forgot what it was. You there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. Share with us your breakthrough, your experience, your first Empower event, and how excited are you?
Well, first I'll tell you my real name is Corey.
That's right, Corey Julian.
That's right. There you go. I figure some of you have earned the right to know my secret identity at this point, so I'll let it out. But I still prefer Rocky. That's a part of my branding. That's just the name that I put out there.
That's a split personality.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I would say it was everything I thought it would be, and then some.
Alter ego.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't know about an alter ego, but I don't need any egos here. But no, it was live, man. Like it was off the wall.
Okay,
just like I said, it was everything that I thought it was gonna be, and then some. My biggest breakthrough, I really had like two. The first one where I really had like my biggest aha moment was probably when Nicole Cooper came up, because like I had some good nuggets that I picked up from people like Justin Varengia, from AK Jr., and from Mike Hobbs, and John Pemberton too. He gave a lot of good info, but when she came up, she really just gave me a good idea of just how I could zero in on something that was just almost like tailor-made for me, like a real plan that I could just really carry out. But the even bigger breakthrough was actually had a lot to do with you and Kim, when you guys brought me into the room towards the end of the event, and I got to be around the big earners with you guys. And even more so, I got to just get right up close to Dave Wood himself, and just literally spend like about 35-40 minutes just like inches away from him, just hearing him just drop knowledge, wisdom, and just hearing him speak and just being around him, just saying all that, just really like just destroyed any barriers that might have kept me from thinking that this really is as easy as it seems. I'd like all the anything that just kind of kept me from feeling like maybe it was difficult, or that any doubts that might have been there, like just hanging around Dave Wood just really like obliterated all of it. So and I'm looking to make 100K by the time we get to Orlando.
Okay, so that's 300 or $33,333.
Yep.
A month.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna need like 7 or 8 all-ins a month, or you might have all in like 2 months. It all depends, but that's a good. But yeah, man. And in fact, we didn't even plan that.
I mean,
just kind of showed up, and I was like,
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you've been freezing a little bit.
It was...
This Google Hangout's crazy as hell. But let's do this really fast. We'll come back to you. Miss Sam, I am. What do you do? Oh, snap. Where are you at? I think you're muted.
Yeah, she's muted.
Yeah, you're going to have to unmute yourself, girl. She's like on a whole nother planet right now.
I was
There we
having
go.
trouble. Oh, yeah, I'm actually staying at the Omni right now, which is pretty cool because the building actually lights up different colors.
Yeah, that's badass. What city is that?
Dallas, downtown.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But
Cool,
it's kind
cool.
of noisy out here because they have like music playing where the pool is at, so I kind of came like to the back, kind of.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
So Sam, it was good to see you this weekend, and man, first event ever.
Yeah.
What was your biggest takeaway? What was your breakthrough? I mean, how do you feel now, and what are you gonna go do in the next 90 days?
My breakthrough was actually when I saw Elena Fraga go on stage. When I saw her go on stage and her sharing her story, I could relate to her story. You know, when she talked about how when she had cancer, and you know, when I first joined Empower, I had a tumor in my head, and you know, for her to overcome that, I was able to overcome mine. And then her coming from a Spanish background, just like the way I did, and you know, her English wasn't as good, and sometimes there's some words I can't even pronounce that good in English, and I have people even laugh at me, you know. But I just felt like I could really relate to her, and when she was telling her story, I was like, wow, I can really do this. So the whole time I was at the event, when I was actually inside sitting there, I was sitting with Fortino the whole time. I mean, me and him were just like concentrating, taking notes down. That's all I was doing, just learning and learning and learning the whole time I was there. So for me to be able to do that and see everybody that was having success, and just to see that I'm just like them, it gave me the opportunity to actually realize, like, hey, I can actually do this. So what I did is I came home. Actually, while I was on the plane, once I got service on my phone again, I checked my email, and I had a sign up. Someone signed up under me. I didn't even know who the heck it was. And then I ended up finding out who it was, and then out of nowhere that same day, someone else ended up signing up under me, and I did not know who they were. And then the next day, the same thing happened. And I remember getting home. I hadn't even unpacked my clothes. I remember I didn't even shower for a whole day. That whole day, I didn't even take a shower because I was just like, you know what? Like you said, I'm willing to wear the same underwear and shit, you know? So I was like, I was just working. I got something to eat. I sat down by my desk, and I started working. And, you know, as we were on this hangout, I actually got a text from this guy saying, hey, what do I got to do to join you? So, which is pretty cool because I don't even know that guy.
Right.
Just being able to go to the event and leverage the event started getting me noticed by a bunch of people, you know, that I really had no idea who they were. So I'm definitely going to the next event, and I'm bringing 10 people with me, no less than 10 people. Because the people that I'm bringing on, I told them that I'm not working with them closely unless they make it to the next event. So they definitely said they're making it. I have one guy saying that he wants to go all in, so which is pretty cool because he's only known me for 2 days. You know, but I give him so much value that he said, hey, you know what, I'm going to leave my current company, and I'm going to go with you, and I'm willing to follow you wherever it is that you're going, which is pretty cool. So when I get to the event, I'm going to make it, I'm going to make 10 grand, and I'm going to wear a red lanyard. That's my goal, and I know I'm going to hit it. I'm so confident, and I'm so sure that I know I'm going to hit 10 grand by the time I get to the next event. And then from that event, I'm going to pick it up higher, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to shoot, you know, for the black lanyard. So I'm really confident. I know it's going to happen. Every day I'm working harder. I'm losing sleep. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, you know, to be able to get to my goal. So I know I have what it takes, and I'm going to get there. And pretty much. And, you know, it was nice seeing you, Paul, there, and, you know, speaking to you in person, which I had already done. And that really was my first breakthrough, was when I actually spoke to you in person and was able to just, you know, see how you and Kim were and see how you guys work. And you pretty much gave me a paper of what to do every single day. And it was crazy because it actually, you know, it works. And I've been doing that. I've been implementing every single day. And I mean, there's times where I'm tired of shit, but I'm just like, hey, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, hey, do you want it? Do you want it this bad? And I'm like, yeah, I do. So I keep going and I keep going. And that's pretty much how it's going to be into the next event, because I'm not going to that event unless I have 10 people with me, period. I'm not going to show up unless I have 10 people with me.
That's what's up. I can tell you're on fire right now. First of all, congratulations for all the recent signups you've been getting. You got like 2 or 3 in a day, and you've just been getting signups back to back. But I remember when I first met you, or right before you came to Dallas, Texas, you were kind of struggling in your business, right?
Yeah.
And then you hung out with us, and then you were afraid of, we went to Six Flags, I think, and then some lady died on the roller coaster, and like
Yeah.
you were being a wuss, you didn't want to get on there, and you were judging your personal experience that you would have had based upon somebody else's experience. But then you know, I said, hey, you need to get on this roller coaster, and I already knew that that was going to be your breakthrough, because if you can face your fear by riding a roller coaster where a woman died. By the way, first of all, Kevin was with us too. Apparently, this woman died and she couldn't fit the seat. Right, she couldn't fit on the seat, or the thing couldn't buckle down all the way. And so she took off, and like, you know, when she took off, she flew and just like hit every bar on the way down and just like splattered into pieces. Right, that was the
Yeah.
story. And Sam didn't want to get on that roller coaster.
I said I'm not doing it.
And you know, she stepped up and went on the roller coaster. And not only did she face her fear, she had a lot of fun too. Right. And then you
Yeah.
rode every roller coaster after that.
Every single roller coaster until we pretty much until it shut down and we had to like leave the place. But I remember I was walking down the wooden stairs, right? Because I said, "There's no way Paul's gonna get me on there." And I started walking down, and I was like, "Wait, everything that gets uncomfortable, you always walk away from it." I was like, "What if it's not as bad as you think?" And I said, "You know what? The hell with it." And I remember as it was going up, I was like, "What the hell are you doing? Why did you do this? Why did you even get on this roller coaster? Are you crazy?" And I remember like we was slowly like going up and going up, right? And I was like, "What did you just get yourself into?" Right? So then as we got to the top and it fell, right? I was like, "What the hell? This is easy. This is actually pretty fun." And we went through the whole thing, and then I was like, you know, I was walking with my chest up, you know, to the next roller coaster and the next roller coaster and the next roller coaster. And I said, what if I could tackle my business like this and not be afraid to go all in and not be afraid to actually, you know, tell someone, hey, you know what, I'm not willing to work with you unless you do whatever it takes and you listen to me exactly and do exactly what I tell you to do. And I built this confidence, right, in me. And I was like, I'm ready to do this shit. So I ended up spending the next day also with Paul and everything. Because, I mean, if you get a chance to have a one-on-one with Paul for hours, wouldn't you take it? Right? So I said, the hell with this. I remember I returned back like, what, 9 o'clock in the morning, Paul? I returned right back, and I was there sitting. I was listening to Paul close calls, how easy it was for him to close the calls. So I was listening and listening and listening to everything. I sat there for hours just listening to what he had to tell me, teaching us and everything. And I was just like, wow, you know, people pay so much money just to get this, and I get to hang out with him for hours and listen to all the value he has to share with me. So to me, those 2 days were totally worth it. And, you know, now I actually had the opportunity to go to Six Flags with my girlfriend, which we would never go because I was such a wuss. But now she thanks you, Paul, for letting me conquer my fears, because now we could actually go together to Six Flags and actually enjoy it, you know? So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, you just absolutely transformed from like somebody that was afraid to take action, somebody that made excuses, to just deciding, right? Just the decision to just not make any excuses anymore, and then all of a sudden the results came, right? Pretty cool
Yeah.
how that works. Yeah, so really quick, guys, it's already 9 o'clock. What we're going to do is, for the people that are on here, obviously you guys are the most serious. There's other people that try to get on, but, I mean, that's what happens when you're late. And obviously you guys are serious. What we're going to lay out is just kind of, we're going to be doing a game plan, a very specific game plan. And we're going to be discussing it really quickly. Erica's going to be sharing some of the things we may do towards the future. And we will also be revealing some of the ways that we're going to help grow everybody's business. And it's obviously going to take capital. It's going to take everybody's effort, and we can't do it alone. But it's definitely going to happen, right, Christine? Just like they said, we're going to do it with or without them, right? With them or without them, we're going to make it happen. Period. And that's what's going to go down. So a couple of things that I wanted to talk about is the calls, right? As you guys know, we have midday motivational calls. And we kind of stopped those for a while, right? We haven't been doing them for about a month and a half. I personally have been doing them for about a year and a half. But you know, I noticed that, you know, the only way that people will, you know, find value in the calls is if the calls are taken away. And I say that because, you know, a lot, you know, there was a period of time where, and again, this is private, we're not sharing this with anybody else. But there was a period of time where, you know, we would schedule calls and then some people would be late or they wouldn't show up, and then, you know, it would just be a conflict and a disaster. Obviously, there wasn't enough authority on Kim and our end to make sure that it happened, but it didn't happen. So there was a lot of lack of accountability. What we're going to do is we're going to give everybody one shot to be consistent. And what I mean by that is one shot to be consistent, because if you can't be consistent on something that's good for you anyway, that will give you the ability to be promoted, to share your story, and just to be recognized and to be seen as a leader, then we're just going to replace you really, really quick with somebody who can be committed. Okay, I trust everybody here on this hangout, and again, there's going to be people that are going to be watching this on the hangout, on the Facebook group too. But the people that are on this hangout are the serious ones, obviously. So what we want to do is we want to give a leadership spot and open up our leadership council for the people who actually want to be a part of it. So first of all, let me just ask you this. Who here, by a show of hands or by a nodding of the head, wants to be a part of the leadership council, wants to do calls, and wants to do hangouts for the next 90 days and commit fully to their business? Okay? Everybody here should be raising their hand, yeah? Cool, everybody wants to do it. All right, everybody wants to do it. Who here is going to commit to doing it if you're chosen into our leadership council, right? Who here is going to commit to doing it no matter what? All right, so everybody's going to do it. Cool. So basically, guys, we're just going to collaborate who's going to be on the calls and who's going to be running hangouts. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and I notice where my skill set lies. I believe that I'm going to step away from just generic, hangouts, and you guys are going to have the opportunity to run the Google Hangouts and calls. I'll give you the credentials that you need. Sometime this weekend, I'll go over with how to set up the Hangout on a hosted domain. That way it's playing on a landing page, right? And the landing page, BladeMillionaireAlliance.com, is also coded. So you guys can actually put your username after the BladeMillionaireAlliance.com website and make commissions off of that by promoting the Hangouts and calls. So I don't know everybody's schedule, and I'm not entirely sure where everybody can be, but I guess just kind of first come, first serve. You know, we have Mondays, Monday call, Tuesday hangout, Wednesday call, Thursday hangout, right? Friday call, and then Sunday call, right? So I know there's going to be more than one people on each call sometimes too, but what I want you guys to do, if you guys don't mind, if you guys are on this hangout, and we're just going to take a break for about 5 minutes. If you're on this hangout and you want to do a call, I want you to go to the Facebook group, or you want to do a hangout a week or every 2 weeks or whatever. Lay out your schedule for the next 90 days and commit to a schedule, and I'll go in there and I'll set it up and I'll create the schedule, so then by the time, I'll make sure it's done tonight. So then there's going to be a layout of people that are going to be doing calls every week. Sometimes you might do something every week, depending on the person. Sometimes you may do something every 2 weeks. But, again, what are some of the benefits of doing that? You're going to be seen as a leader. Your communication is going to improve. You're going to have the ability to make more money than other people because you're obviously being promoted. And it's just going to improve your leadership along with what we got going on. So if you want to be a part of that, go to the Facebook group and just create a comment thread. And, whoever posts there first, just post your time slots of where you want to do it, and we'll just kind of figure it out. Like Justin Manley just messaged me. He said Wednesday calls, he'll do it. So there's one right there, or whatever. Just share with me what your schedules look like, and depending on your flexibility, and I hope everyone's flexible, I'll just kind of place you. And on the Hangout, or excuse me, later on, you guys can see the schedule. Okay, you guys can see the schedule. And then if there needs to be any changes, or if we need to switch days with people, whatever, we'll make sure that we're complete by tomorrow night on a schedule, okay? On a schedule that is going to be implemented no matter what, okay, for the next 90 days no matter what, okay? Again, like I said, some of you guys are going to be doing things twice a week, once a week, or once every 2 weeks, okay? And you're going to post it in the regular group, bro, Rocky. And other than that, that's in it for that, the Leadership Council. Leadership Council, guys, you're also going to become admins of the group. which is going to give you the ability, I hate to say like police the group, but we do have to keep our team protected. There's been incidents where people will come in, they'll quit, and they'll try to cross-recruit our personal organization into their new hot deal, which is bullshit, right? We all know which one's out there is the best, but we're not going to brag, right? Well, so that's what they do. So you guys come in and just make sure that there's no negativity, there's no cross-recruiting. You keep our members safe, right? Keep our members safe, and make sure that if anybody has any questions, as far as technical questions, that they refer to YouTube, Google, or customer care. Okay, you're not here to baby anybody. Leadership Council, you're not here to baby anybody. You're not going to walk anybody to a field of flowers. You're just going to lead by example. You're going to share with them exactly what they need to hear, not what they want to hear, and just be the authority that you guys need to be in order for you to get results. Be that way with your team too, also in the entire Team Blade group. Besides that, that's my only expectations. And again, they're not expectations because of anything for me. They're expectations for you guys to be better leaders. That way, the money follows your leadership. So that being said, that's the first announcement that I just want to make. And then we'll talk about the Sunday call. I know Rocky, he got Outwitting the Devil. In fact, Kimberly took the book, so she might do that call with you. I don't know if you want to do it on Sundays or whatever and just break down that book, but if you have the book and if you want to do a Sunday call too, you can do that too. Okay. The second thing, guys, I'm going to share with you how Kim and I are going to earn 6 figures this month. Hello, this month, not next year. I'm talking about 100,000 this month. Have I told you guys how we're going to do that yet? Not really, kind of. Well, we have a plan. I'll just kind of get it into your head a little bit, okay? I know some of you guys are committed to go all in. Some of you, I know Anderson, Justin, Tino, Erica, I believe, right, this month, or I don't know when you're doing it. But guys, we're moving forward, and we're gonna do this anyway. And we're gonna create 6-figure earners, period, by the end of the year, and it's gonna happen because here's the deal, okay? The speed of the pack is dictated by the speed of the leader. Okay, I'll tell you a story. Kimberly's sponsor, I'm not going to mention any names. He left the picture and he was stuck making $10,000 a month. Now, to some of you guys are like, damn, like he left and he was making $10,000 a month. His issue was that his team wasn't creating the same results that he was, or not even close. Like Kimberly was the only one that was producing, pretty much. And a lot of people quit for that reason. A lot of people don't like to see their team fail. Guys, and the truth is that, and I can talk to you straight, Bari knows this. He's seen the master's course. Justin has seen this. Some of you guys have not seen it. But the truth is that not everybody is going to succeed here. Can everybody raise their hand if they understand that? Yes. Not everyone is going to succeed. And why is it that they have the potential to succeed? Everyone can succeed. They don't succeed because they don't do what Sam is willing to do. They don't do what Justin Manley is willing to do. They don't go to events. They don't do what it takes. They don't decide to go on a 90-day life transformational plan and make a decision to change their life. They haven't made a real decision. They don't open the products. They don't go through them. They don't market. And then they're going to go and blame the company, blame their upline, blame everybody else but themselves, and not look at the looking glass and see that it's their own fault. Okay? So the truth is that not everybody's going to succeed here. Okay? It's not whether or not they will. A lot of them won't, and it's because they're locked in bondage, a story in their head, and a paradigm. They don't have a big enough reason to succeed. We got to get over it. Okay? And the reason why we got to get over it and we got to keep it moving, because no matter what, is that people are going to come and go. This is a business. There's no contract to making this happen. And what I realized is that as many people as have come in, just as many of them have dropped off, and it's like, welcome to business. Okay? If you want to build a long-term business and reduce attrition, the only way for your team to duplicate, I really want you to pay attention to me, really, because if you don't get this, then you're going to wonder why your team and you may not ever make any money. And I'm just going to be straight. If you don't decide to be a producer and do what it takes, because this is not just about making some small money here and there. This is not just about making money right now, and this is not just about making money for your family. Because the truth is that once you start making money for your family, you're going to run out of motivation. I'll tell you the best way to start making money here. Number one, you have to make money not just for your family, not just for your future, but for the people that are around you in your community and in this society. If you take obligation and personal responsibility to succeed at a high level because you need to be an example in the world for people to model, you'll make money here. See, this guy that Kim's old sponsor quit on their team. He didn't quit on the company. He didn't quit on anybody else but on himself and on his team because it was only about money for him. That's why he was stuck at $10,000 a month. People that make it just about money, they get stuck at certain income levels. They don't develop the leadership that they need, right? And it hit me like a ton of bricks when I started listening to Bob Proctor one day talking about if you want to succeed, you got to inspire. If you want your team to succeed, you got to inspire them in action and make more money. If you watch Holt and Bugs, which I've been obsessed with, by the way, he said, you know, my team was suffering. They were getting their car repossessed, house foreclosure. He was making $2,000 a month. He's like, I got to make $1 million a month, right? You guys heard that. I got to make $1 million a month in order for my team to start winning, right? So what I'm telling you is that if you're afraid of your team not duplicating, it's because you're afraid of you not producing. The way you get over that is by deciding that you're going to be a leader and step up your income. If you're wanting to make $5,000 a month, make $10,000 a month. If you want to make more than that, or if you want your team to produce, then decide to be a leader and step up your game, right? Stop saying you're going to do something and then not follow through, right? Make a real decision and act and be accountable and have integrity in your business. When you say you're going to do something, you do it, and then you just go out there and do it. It's as simple as that, right? So what are we doing? Okay, I know that not everybody can make $10,000 a month or $30,000 a month if I don't move. If I stay where I'm at, that's basically where everybody else is going to stay. Why? Because the speed of the pack is determined by the speed of the leader. So if you want your team to succeed at a big level in a big way, and I do, like I'm willing to die for this, but like Anderson, how crazy was I this weekend? Besides Rhonda Swan, I think if you guys didn't see Rhonda Swan, that lady is freaking nuts, right? By the way, Rhonda Swan from the Unstoppable family, she's like #1 in the affiliate contest, and she made like $200,000 in a day with Empower just from the bonuses. Yeah, she had like one of the biggest days ever, which is why she was going crazy. I don't know if you guys saw her, but she was going insane because she made $200K from bonuses. Remember that, Anderson? Yeah, so besides her, because she was definitely the most excited person. I mean, I'm pretty crazy too, but you have to be. You are not, it is abnormal for anybody to come up in here or in the world and make $100,000 a month. It's abnormal, and you cannot be normal. You can't. Okay? And the only way you can ever go to that income goal, or if you want to truly hit your goals, you really have to go out there and evaluate what you're doing and ask yourself the question, am I doing everything I need to be doing? And if not, get off your ass and start working, right? That's it. So we're going to make $100,000 this month, and we're going to create 10 six-figure earners at least by the end of the year, minimum, right? This $100,000 month that we're about to generate, you're going to see what's going to happen. It's going to cause so much inspiration within the community, within the team, that all of a sudden everybody's belief level just quantifies, quantum leap. Only way for our team to start duplicating is if I start making $100,000 a month. It hit me. I'm like, I have to do it. I have to go to the damn moon. After $100,000 a month, $250,000 a month. After that, $500,000 a month. There will be a day that we personally pay $1 million in taxes. Repeat after me. I will pay $1 million in taxes, right? That's right. You cannot put a limit on yourself, because what happens when you put a limit on yourself, your whole organization stops growing. They see you stop growing, they're not going to do anything, they're going to stop growing. So it's an obligation, it's responsibility, and it has to be done. So we're going to do it, period. So what are we going to do? We're going to sell $25,000 to $50,000 worth of coaching over the next 3 weeks. Okay, obviously we have credibility. We can do it. We did a test where we made close to $6,000. We're going to do it with coaching, and then obviously with our Empower Network. affiliate accounts. We're going to make 50,000 with our affiliate accounts. That's our goal. Obviously, with that amount of income, we're going to be able to do a lot bigger things than a lot of other teams aren't going to be able to do. You guys are going to be able to leverage that story to you, right? Because we're all pretty much really, really, really close. That's huge just for your personal production, period. You guys are going to make money just based off of that alone. And on top of that, we're going to reinvest a lot of the profits back into a system. And for the people that decide to step up and move and follow through and say what and follow through on what they say, they're going to be in the system. And, you know, this is actually what Dave Wood coached me for 30 days, almost every day, telling me how to actually make this happen at his level. Okay? And in Seattle, took me in the back and gave me the game plan on how to do it. I have the plan. It's just I got to come up with the capital. 20 grand. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Who here has $20,000 just right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is some serious stuff. I'm like, fuck it, you know, if that's what it takes, let's do it. And then, you know, hanging out with Justin Varangia, his best month in Empower was 127 grand, and he told me that you need to start stepping up your paid marketing. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, man, I invested $20,000 that month to make 127 grand, which, by the way, is a phenomenal ROI, right, Kevin? A phenomenal ROI. 20 grand into paid marketing to make 127 grand, that's a good deal for me, right? Most people aren't willing to do that. So I'm like, okay, so we're going to just leverage the coaching, leverage this month to invest back into the system to help promote everybody as leaders into the system, and that's going to be huge. Erica, too, also, she said she had an idea, somewhat of a workshop retreat, and she's just going to share about for 5 minutes, and then we're going to close it off. Go for it.
Hey guys, what's going on? Can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe my computer's frozen. But anyways, I talked to Anderson. Rocky, you know about this. Kevin, you should know about this. But basically, so what I want to do is I want to put together an intensive coaching retreat in California, somewhere, you know, maybe in a beach pad or in one of Kevin's many real estates that he has. And so what we're going to do is we're going to let people come to our coaching program. They have to be in the 15K formula or higher to be able to attend this event. And so what it's going to initially do for everybody is it's going to get us all on stage at the next event. So we're going to have people inside of Empower Network, and we're going to be doing basically workshops where we're going to be teaching SEO, we're going to be teaching YouTube marketing, we're going to be teaching Facebook PPC, we're going to be basically teaching everything that's in the back of the Empower Network back office, but it's basically going to be us turning around and teaching it as a team, so that way we have that culture, we have that leadership, as well as the credibility that way we can come in strong into this next event, because I want to have not just Kim and Paul on the stage, but I want to have the whole entire team on the stage. So that's basically it. I'm going to actually get with Kevin. We're going to figure out the dates. Yeah. And so for people who aren't in Empower Network, we're going to charge $1,500 to come to the coaching program.
Yeah, so that's just kind of thrown out in the air. That's going to be like an offline thing because we have the offline ability now to make money. That's just something extra for a lot of people. We're going to figure. It's probably going to be in California, but you know, if you're a leader and you're making money, you can obviously come out there and make it happen. Nothing is set in stone, but that's definitely we're throwing that out there it's definitely a huge possibility just to start adding a little bit more culture. Rhonda Swan and Brian Swan, who earned $200,000 in a day from the affiliate. They recommended me an audiobook, which I instantly got the moment that they got it, called Tribe by Seth Godin. Okay, and just basically teaching that kind of stuff. You know, what Eric a really good idea. That's what a lot of top leaders do to keep the team together. It's more important than anything else. If you don't have this, you don't have an organization. What you have is friction. People just going into the door, going right out the door. Right? I know that because only 50% members are active. It's what it is. People quit. People go on lockdown. People, they don't make decisions. So the culture definitely can be generated through that activity. So we're going to talk about that more. That's just kind of early, but just to kind of get your minds going into where the future is going to go. We're going to treat this serious. In fact, Erica, it's funny that you bring that up, because for the longest time, we were actually in January, we were planning a Thailand trip to go and do something similar like that. So that might even be thrown out there. I'm definitely down to do something crazy and huge like that, and we'll see. We'll make something really, really big happen.
Definitely.
Let's.
And you know what?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna throw one more thing out there. You know what? It also gives everybody a chance to build that credibility. So if they decided that they wanted to do their own coaching program, something later on in the future, you guys will have that credibility from not only Paul, but from creating your own results from this coaching program and bringing your own people in your own team, and showing them how to duplicate and showing them how to implement exactly, what it is that we're teaching here inside of Empower Network. So it basically gives everybody an opportunity to make money and to also help people, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, your first phase in business, you already know the first 10,000 is the hardest one. Justin Manley is, I think he's the closest one as far as this month to doing it. By the way, give him a round of applause for that, because he's definitely going to do it this month for sure. Because he brought a team. He decided to. It's funny because you just decided to listen. That's all you did. You just listened. It's hilarious how people they think they listen, but they don't listen. But you listen, and obviously you got the result. So he's going to do it. So guys, listen. Let's wrap it up with this. So 5 figures is definitely the goal. Hit your goals. The benefits of that: you're going to be on stage. When you get a speaking slot, you're going to be able to come out of there and do the same process that I've done, that we're going to do. We've seen it happen with Michelangelo Lopez, Aaron Rashkin, all of the top leaders do something on the side, leveraging the community and the network to sell training, to sell coaching processes. You guys are going to be able to do the same thing and model the behaviors that they've done to leverage and create your biggest month ever. And then from there, just consistently scale to the point where you're just like multi-millionaires, right? And it's going to happen. And the truth is, it's going to happen with or without you. It's going to happen, period, because I'm not going to sleep, right? We're revamping. We're going crazy. Justin Manley saw the sales video for one of my funnels, and that's just a little teaser. That's not even close to the coaching. I know Anderson, we're going to do it regardless. So there's times in life where you have a chance to run with a certain group of people to make things happen, and you have a lot of momentum. Now is the time. Right? You have a train that's passing by. The train is in your city, but it's not staying for long, right? You have to make a decision. You have to do whatever it takes, and that train is going to the promised land, period, because the truth is, it's not just about making money. It's about enlightening people, empowering them, and changing the world. And one day there will be a day that we live in a free world where this communistic bullcrap is not going on in the world, where torture, rape, and crime is not going on, because people are a lot more enlightened and awakened to their higher selves and are living in peace and love and harmony. And that is the reason why Empower Network is really here, not just to make a lot of money, but just to actually change the world. And if you look at your business from a worldwide perspective and you have a vision that encompasses the world, I promise you that is the way to 6 figures a month. That is the way to 6 figures a month. That is the way to 6 figures a month if that's what you want. Stop worrying about me, and let's start worrying about we, us, and succeed for the sake of other people, because it has to be done. Okay? Q&As, guys, for the next 5-10 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. Anybody have any questions? So everybody right now should have already posted in the group the times and the times they'd like to do their calls and the hangouts and stuff like that. I'm going to personally do a call about once every week, something like that, and a hangout every week, an all-in hangout every week to help you guys sell the all-in packages.
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up with this offline? Like, will we be able to purchase more like online or what? Cause like, I'm getting a lot of leads already from just doing this shit,
What you
and I
mean?
ain't trying. Like, cause like I'm noticing like on the package, like it's like it's got your access ID. Like when you actually go to the site, it says enter access ID, but there's no access ID on the package. So I'm
Your
figuring
access
it.
ID is your username for
Yeah,
Empower.
I mean like for so we'll just put that for them to go to our page then, right?
Yeah, you gotta write it on the back, brother. With a pen, just write your username and they'll put it in.
I wasn't even in there for that for the like briefing and shit. So I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, it
All
was
right.
crazy. Like the whole room was running in the back and you couldn't even hear Dave Wood.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool. I
yeah.
got it.
Yep. Anybody else? So Rocky posted on the Facebook about flexibility and or about when you guys want to get on Hangouts and calls and stuff like that and run them right yourselves. And again, you're gonna have the ability to promote them, promote the calls and stuff like that, and getting people there and creating a following. Okay. Also, too, if you guys need, I know Rocky, his passion is branding. His business is like just on branding alone is already growing. But if you guys need any type of branding, obviously he's your guy. He gives Team Blade really, really, really good discounts. Just get with him if you guys want to brand your blogs. I know some of you guys have already done that. I'm doing it myself. I'm actually, I feel like I have like the Jonathan Budd style of marketing, like a lot of value, content, and wisdom. That's what I'm going to do. My YouTube channel got flagged, so I can't upload anymore. So I'm actually going to create a whole new channel with just a whole new story and vision of where we're going, and it's going to be badass. So anybody else have any questions on what to do, or any questions in general? Right. So guys, I'm going to leave you with this since there's no more questions. January 2014, I actually decided to focus. I'll tell you my story. For about a year, I was stuck just with yo-yo months. Sometimes I make $11,000 months, sometimes two, sometimes seven, sometimes four, sometimes back to two. And it was like that for about a year. And the reason why is because I was following the wrong people. The so-called leaders, the leaders that I thought that were credible, they would jump to other companies, right? And they would be like, yeah, come over here. And because I didn't have a sponsor, I just did what I thought the leaders were doing because they were like, oh, I want to fund my Empower Network business, right? I talked to Lawrence Tam, and he said the people that program hop, all they're doing is putting a Band-Aid on the wound. All they're doing is putting Band-Aids on the fact that they still don't know how to market, and they still don't realize that it's their fault, the reason why they're not succeeding. It doesn't take any skill, right, to make some money here and jump to another deal and bring your team. It takes no skill. In fact, it's getting people distracted. So that's what I was doing for about a year. I jumped into like 2 or 3 different opportunities while I was building Empower Network, which is why my income was going like crazy, right? And then I finally put my ego to the side, January 2014, and I said, that's it, period, I'm going to focus. That's literally what I said. That's it, period, I'm going to focus. I'm not going to look at anything else. There is nothing else. Empower Network is my last rodeo. I'm going to make this my long-term, not let's make some money here and there, but my long-term business, okay? Not even thinking about anything else because there's nothing else. What else is there? Nothing. There really isn't. There really is nothing. The comp plan isn't comparable. The leadership doesn't compare. The vision, 100 new millionaires a year, doesn't compare. They want to create the richest teams, not the richest companies, but the richest teams and the richest affiliates online. I'm buying that vision because I'm a numbers guy and I'm not retarded. Okay. I'm not saying that anybody else is retarded, but for me, like if you want to make money, Empower Network is the vehicle. Okay. So it's here. You guys have it. Right? You guys can decide at any moment. It's a decision away. That's it, period. You're going to get 2 sales a day just like Samantha started doing. Right? You're going to get 2 sales a day just how Justin is doing it. You're going to get 2 sales a day just like Erica's doing it. It was a decision. They decided that that's what they were going to do. And until you make that decision, nothing will change. Until you make a true decision. Okay? You can be all in financially, but if you're not all in spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, and you don't make the decision that this is going to be your last rodeo, nothing's going to change. So you guys have an opportunity every 90 days to start back and make something new. The past does not equal your future. It doesn't matter what you didn't do before. It doesn't matter if you failed in the past. You can refocus right now, get back on track, and change your life instantly, right? If you're all in or if you're not all in yet, get all in. When you say you're going to get all in. And if you are all in, make a decision that you're going to make this month your month, right? If you are all in, you can make 10,000 or 5,000, right? Instantly. Make an intention, right? Have your goal. Read it every day, right? Wake up in the morning, listen to audio, read, do your income-producing activities, and just be consistent. It's not hard. And get into the habit of doing these things, guys. You will succeed. That's it, period. So, just because this is fun to do, and Christine and Erica and everybody that was on at the event, you guys know that I like working the crowd, right? So, repeat after me. I can't hear you guys. Hey, listen, no, let's stop this for a second. Look, I've been getting some flack for about a year about being super passionate and energetic, right? Those same people that told me I was too off the wall, they're back at Walmart and at Burger King flipping burgers, okay? That's what I know. And I know is how you do one thing is how you do
Everything.
everything. And if you guys are not excited, you guys are just like, yeah, I. No one's going to buy your vision. No one's going to buy anything. No one's going to pull out their credit card and buy right now. So, I don't care if it's late, and I don't care if people are sleeping right now. And I'll tell you this, AJ really doesn't care because at 3 o'clock in the morning, he was so pumped up. He's like, he just started screaming at 3 o'clock in the morning in the hotel, I'm going to be rich! You remember that? So, I'm not saying be obnoxious about it, but more passion. So let's start again. I will win. So all at the same time. We're going to do it 3 times, full of energy. Everyone, you guys are on the leadership council. You guys are not playing around. If one person is out of whack, we're going to do it again. All right, Kevin? So are you ready? 3 times and we'll go. All right, here we go. I will win.
Motherfucker.
I will
Will.
win. Holy shit. There's a fucking bird in my house. That scared the hell out of me. It looked like the damn Exorcist, the movie. It was like, you guys seen the Exorcist? Like when she was walking all crazy? Yeah, it looked just
felt
like
a vibration. The bird felt a vibration.
Yeah, no. Fuck that. All right. Anyways, love you guys. I'll see you guys soon.
Peace.
All right.
Yo. She back in about 5.